this uniform and the uniforms in the NBA, we talk a lot about making things lighter, so 30% lighter overall. It dries 50% faster. But a big portion of the uniform is covered with numbers, right? And 60% of the league plays in double-digit numbers. So you'll notice a little bit different numbering system that's fully breathable, and it moves with the garment as well. So when you get big heat zones front back, making those breathable is a big deal to keep guys cool and dry. So a great mesh numbering system. Thanks, Mike.
All right, Travis. Now let's have Jordan Farmar and Brook Lopez come up here and demonstrate how the new fit will work.
So with the base materials getting a lot lighter and drying quicker, it gives us the ability to go a little bit tighter and a little more tailored look. And you'll see it on the base materials. But what you'll also notice is a change in overall patterns as well. Right? No longer are we designing and developing flat patterns. They're 3D patterns. So the fabrics, not only being light, but the garments, the way they're constructed, they move with you, so they don't prohibit movement. So that's a big deal. As we get tighter, the garments move a lot better and move with you as well. So on the four motions of technology that we use on that end. So they look great, don't they?
Absolutely.
Good.
Jordan and Brook, thank you very much. Now let's have Wilson step forward so Travis can tell us about how the new jersey will dry faster.
I can't get over this orange arm sleeve. I don't know if I can even get to the jersey from here. But great fitting, obviously. Overall fit, we talked a lot about fabric. We spent a lot of time in the lab researching fabric. How can we get guys cooler and drier? For those of you that don't know, most every player changes their jersey at halftime. They sweat so much, up to 10, 15 pounds a game losing. So they sweat a lot. So when we talk about drying 50% faster, that's a big deal. You'll notice the mesh pattern in this jersey. It's an engineered mesh pattern. We spent a lot of time talking about how the consumer or the player, the athlete sweats, right? How can we keep him to his optimal temperature? So you'll see mesh zones that are kind of carved out in those key areas. We talk about gender-specific body mapping, and that's what that mesh represents. So with the base materials, along with the climate cool numbers, 50% lighter on the numbers, the 4Motion technology, a lot of technology and a lot of time spent in the lab and with players on the court to make these things right.
So Travis, are you telling me that if Patrick Ewing in the Knicks back in the day had these uniforms and the way Patrick sweat, that things might have been different, that Patrick and the Knicks may have had a championship during that era? Is that what you're telling me?
Possibly, and it probably would have been 60% lighter because of the short shorts, right?
Exactly. Thank you very much, Wilson. Dwight, let's have you come back out here so Travis can show everybody how the complete uniform system works.
So when we started putting this, the uniform together, and you guys know, right? The game has changed. No longer do we, when's the last time in the league that we had a 6'11" guy that moves like this guy and has a 36.5-inch waist? So the game has changed quite a bit. The game has changed quite a bit, and the way guys are outfitting in the locker room has changed as well. We all know they're wearing compression base layers. And for us, it's tech fit. And you'll see Dwight in the playoffs. I think you were wearing a blue one in the playoffs that we made for you. But a performance-enhancing base layer, right? So from the short end of things all the way up to the top and the arm sleeve as well. So when we talk about tech fit for Adidas, it's about power and performance. But everybody's wearing some sort of compression base layer. So as we got lighter on the uniform, we talked about having uniforms actually work with those base layers. So what do we mean by that? Well, the vent zones in the gussets, in the crotch area, in the back, everything aligns. So when he sweats, his base layer is actually aligned with the uniform system. So great stuff, right? With a lot of jargon. So uniform system's a big deal here.
I love it. Dwight, thank you very much. Travis, thank you. And that was a wonderful demonstration. We'll see how it plays out on the court this upcoming season. Now, Dwight, you wore the NBA Revolution 30 jersey at the All-Star game in Dallas this past year. How did it fit? How did you like it?
Well, if you remember the game, I made a 3. So I took 2, I made 1. So it showed, it helps with the shooting percentage.
I understand. Now Stan Van's probably not going to want you launching threes this year. Is there going to be a problem there in that locker room?
He said, actually, I talked to him today, and he was like, well, you know, Dwight, if you wear the New Jersey, I will let you shoot as many threes as you want. So, we had a good conversation.
Yeah.
And
Did you win or did he win?
I won.
Okay.
Because he's been working out too. He's actually been wearing the jersey, and it's made him a lot faster. You guys see
Has
him?
it made him louder?
No, actually, he's quiet.
Okay, good.
The jersey like calms you down a little bit more. You know, he's pretty good.
Hey, on a serious tip, you just saw the World Championship in USA getting that done. The shorter three-point line. You like that line? Is it? I mean, obviously about 23 now. It's a little far for Dwight Howard. How about that shorter line?
Hold on now. No, but it's cool. You know, I think it really helps a lot of players. You know, guys who shoot a lot of threes, with the line being closer. You know, more threes will go up. That's more points for us. And, go USA.
Hey, another gold medal, right? Thank you very much, Dwight. Hand the microphone, if you would, to Jordan Farmar. Now, Jordan, you will be wearing, or you have one, beautiful. Dwight, you just hold on to that one, all right? You're good, you're good. Now, Jordan, you'll be wearing a new uniform and design, obviously new colors, a new team name, a whole new city. You're on the other side of the country. You know, tell us the difference, if you could, the old jerseys to the new jerseys, and maybe kind of explain how it'll be different this year.
The old jerseys were a little bit more heavier. Actually, a lot heavier. The numbers were pretty.
Like it felt noticeably heavier, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Especially when they got wet. You know, you sweating when they got wet, they got heavy. The numbers are pretty bulky, so this just feels a lot sleeker, a lot lighter. Until it breathes a lot easier, so it's not a big difference.
Now, in doing my reading about this, Travis, it's slicker and harder to grab onto, so there's no cheating in the paint. So a guy like Brook Lopez is going to be able to get some more work done, right? Maybe 20 and 10 this year for you, Brook, with this new uniform?
You know, if it helps, I'll be advertising this show as much as possible. That's all I'm asking for.
I love it. And Nets fans, all they're asking for is 2010. And I'm telling you right now, this guy's going to garner all-star consideration this year. Brook have a great year. Now, Wilson, you notice